I threw a pitcher of beer on a group of Mexicans. I'm not racially profiling, but I'm telling you it's a group of Mexicans because it's important to the story. Sophomore year of college, me and all my buddies got back for opening weekend. And sophomore year, you think you're the shit. You think you know everything about college. You think you run campus. We're comfortable. We're familiar. We're back, baby. It's going to be a legendary run. We go out in BG that night to this. We go to a couple house parties and we meet up at this bar called Shots. Now, Shots is like the greasiest, wildest little bar at BG. It's probably no bigger than like a couple living rooms, but it's rowdy. There's a little dance floor. I don't know how it is now, but when I was there, it was always just popping off on the weekends. So we're in Shots, just going crazy. We had bar hopped a little bit, and it was our last bar of the night. We're just wilded out. It's me and like three or four of my buddies, and and we were all taking turns buying rounds of drinks. We were buying rounds of shots. We were buying pitchers of beer, and Shots gives you like the big plastic Bud Light pitchers with the beer in it for like $4 or something like that. It's absurdly cheap alcohol, especially when you're in college. It's like just a perfect combination for you. We had had two or three pitchers at this point in the night, and my other buddies, when they were done with their pitchers, they were just chucking them across the dance floor, and of course, they were harmlessly hitting the ground or hitting the wall, and no one was noticing because they were doing like a quick throw over the shoulder, and it was no big deal. Nothing happened. Nothing came of it. So at the end of the night, we're literally about to leave. It's the final pitcher of beer. We finish it off, and I just chuck it over my shoulders. Well, of course, me being drunk and just the stupid person that I am, I can't help myself. As soon as I throw it, I want to see where it goes. So I look back. Well, I watch it hit this group of guys, and they all look back. They all immediately see me. Well, my buddies are already walking out because they know that I just threw the pitcher. So they're all walking out, and I'm like, oh shit. So I just walk out real quick with them before I can even get to the exit of Shots. Like right as I'm stepping out the door into the onto the sidewalk on onto the sidewalk in BG, all these Mexicans come flying out and they're screaming at me. You stole at us. You stole at us. They're speaking broken English, and then they just start screaming at me in Spanish. I also failed Spanish 3 times between high school and college, so I have no idea what they're saying. They're all speaking Spanish super quick at me, and they're like circling around me, really talking quick and angry, and I'm like, I can't understand anything they're saying. Spanish wasn't for me. I can't even understand it. So I'm like, hey guys, I'm sorry. It was an accident. It was an accident. Just and I'm finally just like, just calm down, guys. Just calm down. I didn't mean to do it. And they're like, we saw you throw it at us. I'm like, yeah, but it was an accident. And they're all looking at me like, what the hell is this kid talking about? And they start pushing and shoving me. And then my roommate comes over and talks to him and de escalates the situation. Whatever my roommate said, I don't even remember what my roommate said, but whatever he said to him, they calmed down and we ended up leaving. And my buddies were just like, Tom, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, fuck you guys. I got shit on for what I was doing at the bar, but I was doing the same thing as you guys. It was hilarious too, because my sophomore year, I was trying to always be such a hard ass about stuff. So the next day, I was telling everyone, like, yeah, had to fight a group of Mexicans last night, beat their ass. I was telling everybody, and my friends were like, Tom, that's not what happened. I'm like, I know, but it sounds cool. And that's just something like, I think every guy goes through that, whether they want to admit it or not. Honestly, pretty much every young person, especially high school or college, whether they admit it or not, there's just a certain vanity and ego, and you want to uphold this reputation that you think you need to have of yourself of like, I'm a badass, or I'm so cool, or so fun, or so entertaining, whatever you want it to be during that era of your life. Looking back on it, it's hilarious for me that that was what I tried to portray myself as, because I just love being out and talking to people. Like I love socializing and hanging out, meeting new people. Like I really just enjoy that aspect of life I always have, regardless of the age level. But I actually hate confrontation. I can't stand it because I'm always like, can we just like talk like logical human beings? Like, can we discuss this situation and walk our way through it instead of just fighting or whatever it is that you feel like we need to do? Even though, because of my kind of recklessness and just I would say just wildness that I had in college. I started so much shit and I didn't even mean to. so, so yeah, that story, that was one of my favorite stories, especially because it was opening weekend. It was like our first time going out as a group of friends, and of course, I started to fight with a group of Mexicans. And I can't tell you how funny it was sitting there. They're all screaming at me in Spanish, 100 miles an hour. It's like 4 or 5 of them. And I'm just like, I just put my hands up. I'm like, I have no idea what you guys are saying. I have no idea what you guys are saying. You don't understand anything. So that was a pretty funny story, one that I won't soon forget. And to all my buddies who were out with me at Shots at Night, appreciate you guys helping me out. Probably could have used a translator in the moment. That one was a classic. It was a good time. So today's story. Hope everybody's well, and we'll be back soon. Talks with Tom.
Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get